wait till 8 before you say another word. We could always sing and dance until then.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, thank you all for joining us, even though we started at an inappropriately early time.
Still 7:59. What are you doing? Oh my God.
Please let the record reflect that all board members are present. The announcement is I apologize for the early start. Are there any members of the public wishing to speak on an agenda item? Thank you. Can I have a motion for the approval of minutes as contained in your backup from the July 2nd, 2019 reorg meeting and the July 2nd, 2019 regular meeting, as well as the July 23rd, 2019 special meeting?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Personnel, Mrs. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Geller. So we begin with 2 administrative appointments. May I have a motion for the approval of Brian Taylor, Executive Director of Human Resources, effective August 19th, 2019 to August 18th, 2023.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And Mr. Taylor joins us here tonight. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Mr. Taylor.
May I have a motion for the approval of Lauren Lay, Assistant Principal, and I'd like to modify the effective date of that appointment to August 26th, 2019. She'll be able to join us a little bit earlier, to August 25th, 2023.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Mrs. Lay is on vacation, so unfortunately she could not join us, but asked me to extend her gratitude for this opportunity. I have a motion for the appointment of the resignation of Brian Taylor, Director of Science and Technology, effective August 19th, 2019.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the appointment, for the probationary appointment of Mary Alata, pre-K teacher, effective September 3rd, 2019 to September 2nd, 2023.
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion
And
carries.
Mrs. Alata joins us here this evening, so
Welcome.
I have a motion for the probationary appointment of Caitlin DiGirolamo, pre-K teacher, effective September 3rd, 2019 to September 2nd, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Mrs. DiGirolamo, welcome.
Congratulations.
And finally, may I have a motion for the approval of Melissa Gallagher, pre-K teacher, effective September 3rd, 2019 to September 2nd, 2023.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Mrs. Gallagher, welcome to our site.
I'd just like to say something, if you don't mind me interrupting the personnel agenda. I'm very excited to be introducing the pre-K program into the West Side School District. I know that the teachers that have been chosen and hired are going to do a wonderful job. You will be seeing lots of us in your classrooms who really want to, you know, get a hold of it and see what good things you can bring to the table. So welcome and thank you very much.
And they bring a wealth of experience and knowledge, so we're very excited to welcome them to us nicely.
Congratulations and welcome.
May I have a motion for the approval of a child rearing leave of absence for Soleil Vita Elementary, effective September 3rd, 2019 to June 30th, 2020.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of a leave of absence pursuant to FEMLA for Deanna Johnson, Special Education, effective September 3rd through November 22nd, 2019.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of the retirement of Alice Anos, Senior Office Assistant, effective December 30th, 2019.
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Currently, Mrs. Anos works up in our food service department, and she has done a terrific job of coming to us a few years ago from the high school, so we wish her well in her retirement. May I have a motion for the approval of the retirement of Diane Johnson, computer programmer, effective December 30th, 2019, after 48 years of service.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of Diane Shearer, special education aide, effective August 15th, 2019.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the retirement of Linda Skinner, computer operator 2, effective December 31st, 2019, after 45 years of service to the district.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And if I might just thank all of our retirees, Mrs. Johnson and Mrs. Skinner have worked in the basement of district office for many of those years. They are the people that take care of all the data input for us as it relates to our students and to a lesser degree our staff members. And it will be a whole new world for us when we return on January 1st without them there. But we wish them well in their retirement, as we do Mrs. Shearer, who serves as a special ed aide. So congratulations to all the retirees. I have a motion for the approval of the resignation of Justin Miller, biotechnology lab aide, effective August 8th, 2019.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of permanent substitute teacher Matthew Darrell, effective September 3rd, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of the graders for the Regents exams for summer 2019 as listed in the backup.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And may I have a motion for the curriculum writers for summer 2019 as listed.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, curriculum update. Mrs. Burns.
Okay, so in true Mrs. Morrison fashion, before she left, she gave me the curriculum update. She is on well-deserved vacation right now and will join us for our next meeting. So the Summer Investigations Program took place at Paul J. Ballou this summer under the direction of Mrs. Pratt. Approximately 110 rising kindergarten through 5th grade students took part in the 4-week program. A special thank you to Mrs. Pratt and the Summer Investigations teachers and aides for creating a memorable learning experience for our students. At the high school, Mr. Taylor facilitated the summer school program, Regents review classes, and the middle school summer academy, serving almost 200 students in total. Regents exams took place this week, and we are awaiting the results. In addition to our students, a number of our staff members have participated in professional development over the last few weeks, becoming more adept in programs that will enhance learning for our students and their use of the Chromebook in the classroom. So we look forward to what they can share with our students in September. The Infinite Campus portal will open next week for our parents, at which time parents will be able to view their children's schedules, supply lists, teaching assignments, and other pertinent information for the start of the 2019-20 school year. And finally, Mrs. Morrison recently sent home a letter to the parents of our pre-K students informing them that the first day of school for pre-K students is Monday, September 9th. Additionally, an orientation program will take place in each of the buildings, 2 separate sessions, on Friday, September 6th. There are currently 115 students enrolled in the pre-K classes across the district.
What's the average class size that you're?
It varies. We have 23 students enrolled in Open Up, but 34 at Paul J. Ballou. And it's split pretty evenly between the morning and afternoon sessions.
So all 4 schools are running a morning and afternoon?
Yes,
session?
the only one maxed out at 20 is Paul J. Ballou in the afternoon.
And with, okay, never mind, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. McGinnis will discuss the meeting of the Finance Committee.
Thank you. The committee met on August 13th. Committee members present were Anne Marie LaRosa, Paul Mahalik, and myself. Other board members in attendance: Steve Geller, Richard Antonello, Thomas Campotero. Administrators present: Bernadette Burns and Elisa Pilati. Others present: Pat Plompton. And the purpose of the meeting, as always, review the fiscal warrants for the month and discuss pertinent fiscal matters. The meeting was called to order at 7:30. We reviewed numerous reports. The Treasurer's Report for extracurricular funds for March, April, May, and June were presented and accepted by the committee. The Payroll Summary Report for May and June was presented and accepted by the committee. Financial statements for the month of May was presented and accepted by the committee. The Internal Claims Audit Report for June and July was presented and accepted by the committee. The System Manager Audit Trail for June presented and accepted by the committee. Payroll certifications for the week June, paid the periods June 14th, 26th, 28th, 29th, 30th, July 12th, and July 26th were presented and accepted by the committee. The warrants were found to be in order. We've reviewed several board agenda finance items. The budget transfers were presented and accepted by the committee for submission to the board tonight. There was approval of some surplus approval for some miscellaneous IT AV equipment, approval of donations and resolutions. One for Beach Street Middle School from Ahold, $1,550. Manatuck Elementary School, Ahold, $1,096. Manatuck class of 2019, $650 for a bench. A corresponding increase to the 2019-20 budget for those donations for $3,296, and the corrective action plan was accepted for the internal audit. There was approval for change order number 4 for 512 restoration in the amount of $30,000, and the approval of contracts for the year 2019-2020 for Babylon Union Free School District, Green Chimney School, Nassau Suffolk Services for Autism, Edward M. Petrovsky, Good Services Incorporated, and a final Eastern Suffolk BOCES contract for cooperative educational services for 2018-19 period. There were several discussion items. We discussed the TAN and BAN results for the tax anticipation note and the bond anticipation note. The tax anticipation note was in the amount of $19 million. The bond anticipation note in the amount of $37.4 million. With interest rates at 1.35 and 1.37 respectively. We also received an inquiry from Ask Us regarding the current rent that they're paying, and since the agreement expires in June, we'll be reevaluating that at that time. We did discuss some preliminary fund balance information for the 2018-19 school year. And the district will be engaging New York State School Boards Association for a complete policy update, which will include the update of our entire policy manual and putting our policy manual in an e-format online. And the entire process will take approximately 12 to 24 months. The meeting was adjourned at 8 p.m.
Thank you, Ms. McGinnis. And Mrs. LaRosa will discuss the meeting of the Buildings and Grounds Committee.
I will. And isn't this exciting? Because after 12 years, this is my first Buildings and Grounds Committee report, because it's the first time we've been on this committee. I'm very excited about that. Anyway, we met on August 13th, 8 o'clock in the district office boardroom. Present were myself, Mr. McGinnis, Mr. Mitchell, Mrs. Burns, Mrs. Pilati, Mr. Bossi, Mr. Geller, Mr. Antonello, Mr. Campitello, and from DBS we had Mr. Robertson, Mr. Maruso, Mr. Hank, and Mr. Campanello. I should know how to say that one. No. So we largely discussed the bond update during this meeting. We have completed Phase 2B, 2C, and Phase 3. We are currently entering into a phase where we are constructing the security vestibules in all the elementary schools, SED approval for Phase 4 bond work, including a high school vestibule, roofs at 2 of the elementary schools, Bayview and Okonock, and the music suite are on their way. They were received late June and August, and the awards are coming, and they will begin shortly on that work. The Massera Elementary School, BOCES, has vacated that premises. We are exploring options for that building. that's something that we will be discussing in detail in the near future. On that property, we have fields that we maintain for soccer play and children in the community. We have a problem with the sprinkler heads irrigation system over there, so we are looking to repair that system. It will cost us approximately $4,045. I believe we're discussing the repairs with the soccer club to see if they can help out on that project. All of the trustees will be visiting school buildings in the near future to take a look at the progress of the summer bond work. We also discussed the capital reserve and the potential capital reserve projects for consideration. We talked about the high school turf field. Concern was raised by community members regarding how the new turf lights, because we're putting lighting out there, will be used and maintained, and it is anticipated that there will be little change from the current schedule. For solar lighting, a draft RFP notice with qualified solar providers has been sent to the school attorney for review. Once it's finalized, proposals will be expected to be returned in the fall. Additional ID card readers were installed in the high school doors that are used within the athletic complex, and the committee adjourned to executive session at 9 p.m. and reconvened at 9:25. Meeting adjourned at 9:26 p.m.
Thank you, Mrs. LaRosa. And Mrs. Pilati will discuss business items.
Thank you. May I have a motion for the approval of budget transfers 3671 through 3693 for the general fund and 3689 through 3697 for the capital fund?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the 2019-20 tax levy?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the donation from Ahold Delhaize USA for Beach Street Middle School in the amount of $1,549.66?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of a donation from Ahold Delhaize USA for Manatuck Elementary School in the amount of $1,096.28?
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the donation from Manatuck's 5th grade class for $650. It was a bench.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And may I have a motion for the approval of an increase to the budget for the related donations for 2019-20 in the amount of $3,295.94.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the acceptance of the corrective action plan from our internal auditors for 2018-19?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of change order from 512 Restoration for West Islip High School in the amount of $30,000?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the contracts as listed on the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of surplus, miscellaneous surplus IT AV equipment?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of sealed bid, base bid number GC2 from Loduca Associates, Inc.?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mrs. Pilati. Okay, can I have a motion for the approval of the WIDA lease agreement?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? So this is to continue WIDA, which is, of course, West Islip Teachers Association, rental of one room in Westbrook, the school building. It's going to be the same room at an annual increase of 3%. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Mrs. Burns?
So we it's hard to believe, but we're coming to the end of the summer. Our custodial and clerical staff have been working very, very hard to prepare the buildings. Many of them work 12 months, so they have been here throughout, and we truly appreciate their efforts on behalf of our students and staff members. Most of our administrators return on Monday, so we are looking forward to collaborating and moving forward for the upcoming school year. Calendar events will be posted shortly. Mrs. Denninger has been collecting the information from the various buildings, PTAs, various clubs and activities, so you can expect to see the calendar going up on the website within the next few weeks. And our superintendent's conference day is September 3rd. We only have one day this year because of the way the calendar fell. But the morning is filled with some activity that we will do collectively here in the auditorium. And then by 10, 11 o'clock, everybody will be able to go back to their buildings and prepare for the students' arrival on Wednesday, September 4th. So we're looking forward to seeing everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Burns. Anybody else have anything else? All right. Any members of the public wishing to speak on any item?
Welcome to all the new board members. Nice to see everybody. Bringing this concern to you because it's relative to the time we're in right now. Okay, I'm just going to read something here and then I'm going to give you something. Okay, so, alrighty, so students entering 10th grade. Sorry, lost my spot, okay. Okay, the novel Someday, This Pain Will Be Useful to You, assigned to students entering 10th grade, contains anti-conservative and anti-American themes throughout the novel. Moving forward, the summer reading program should be revamped to allow students freedom to choose their own books to read during the summer vacation. If not an option, students must be given a choice between reading a liberal and or conservative book. Meaningful education must allow for intelligent dialogue and debate, representing both sides of any and all arguments, regardless of making any student on either side uncomfortable. Otherwise, controversial reading should not be assigned. Freedom of speech and expression must be upheld for all students. Anything less than this is spiritually, religiously, politically, emotionally, and developmentally harmful to students, in addition to being self-indulgent on the part of the district. We must also remember that while we have amazing teachers in our school district, many may not possess the necessary psychology or sociology qualifications to engage students in concepts such as self-awareness, anarchy, atheism, sexuality, psychiatry, identity politics, anxiety, depression, and suicide, all of which are themes in this book. Summer should be a time of wonder and relaxation for students, so they will be refreshed and ready to engage in true learning come September. So what I did for you, and my son, by the way, did read this book. I did have him read it. He read it before I read it, and then I read it. When he came to me and told me that, don't think you don't like this too much, Mom. But that's my opinion. It is based on education. I have a psychology background, educational training. It doesn't mean I'm right. It's my opinion. And what I did out of respect for all of you is I chose not to read out loud the quotes that I cited. I gave you about 10 or 11 quotes from the book. I'd like you to look at them in your executive session, and I really would appreciate some feedback individually from some of you, because a lot of times I just feel I'm ignored when I come, and I don't really get much of a response back. The concern I have is not so much children being exposed to different points of view. The concern I have is that children get all points of view, and that they're able to discuss and debate and have a voice. I also, on the front page, wrote exactly what I said I wrote. So when you put the minutes in, they're reflective exactly of what I said. Because too many times my words have been miscommunicated, things have been left out, and sentences have been chosen to put in, which kind of skew my point. I've always believed in kindness for all students. I always believe in peace and kindness But what I'm seeing, I'm not too happy with. And there's many students in your community who are not happy about it either. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Hanschel. Can I have a motion to adjourn to executive session where we will discuss personnel, negotiations, and litigation? At the conclusion of executive session, the board will reconvene to public session in the outside the guidance suite to consider any items for which a vote is required. That actually will be a public session, of course, so everybody will be welcome to attend that, but you have to wait.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your summer. We'll see you at the start of school.